Old Shambles, boy. I did not give us. I didn't give us a hope, to be honest with you. Like,
It's the
I don't
circus.
care. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't think we were gonna get anything out of this game, to be honest with you. And I was proven right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like. I've got no emotion. I've got the zero emotion. Like, to be honest with you people, yeah, I missed the start of the game probably about 15, 20 minutes because I was just doing other stuff. Like, the game was just not priority one because I just knew from the hold on, let me just pause right there. Come on, road to 500. Come on, man. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Follow, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Yeah, come on, man. We keep saying the same thing, man, every week, man. We need some joy amongst this misery. But anyway, back to the misery. When I saw no Isak from yesterday, the rumors were flying, no Isak. I just knew. I just said, what are we gonna offer them? What are we gonna offer them? What, like, and you could see from the beginning. I caught up on the fact you could just see, like, it goes back to what's the damn plan? You want to be a possession based side. You want to be no, hold on, man. Nah, man. Nah, I'm
You
not
start
having
your
it.
crazy rant, yeah.
I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Well, you start your crazy rant, yeah.
No, I'm not even gonna let you speak. I'm flowing now. I'm like a period right now. I'm flowing.
Thing because I'm in a good place right now because
I'm flowing.
today.
No. You want to be a possession based side. You want to be technical, have all these technical players. You're just moving the ball around like aimlessly. There's no cutting edge. There's no killer pass. Nothing. What's the point? Like, I was watching that game like, how have we come with no striker and we're trying to dominate the ball? They're the ones at home. Why are we not saying, okay, what have you got? Come and show us what you got. No, we're taking it to them, leaving mad spaces in behind, asking Gravenberch to do mad runs to make numbers in attack. And it's getting picked off, like getting carved open. What kind of plan is that when you've got no number 9, when you've got no striker? Like, what is this? This guy, bro. This guy,
Bro,
man.
let's be real. We didn't expect a plan. We didn't expect a performance. We didn't expect any points. Yeah. So when we saw the lineup, I kind of breathed a sigh of relief almost because if I had low expectations before, when I saw the lineup, I had nothing. I was like, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna watch this game because it's Sunday afternoon, Super Sunday. I'm gonna watch my team in it. But there was a sense of inevitability about every minute that passed. You know, whether it was they nearly cut through us or they clean cut through us or they played the ball over the top and it was just so easy. It was just like a team waiting to lose and a team waiting to concede. And I didn't get angry when we conceded. I was like, all right, cool. This is what we do in it. When it was 2-0, I was like, okay, cool. I'll wait for it to be 3. Because
It's not
there's
anger.
nothing
It's
there.
frustration. No,
No,
it's
I
frustration.
wasn't frustrated today.
No,
Because
watching it,
I expected
I
not
hear.
much. But when I saw the lineup, I expected nothing. Realistically, I mean, we are where we are. Because we knew that let's just go back a little bit. This is Liverpool Man United. This is the biggest
This is
game.
one of the biggest games in English football.
No, it's the biggest game in English football. Let's not
That's
front back.
true.
It's
Let's
the
call a
biggest
spade a
game in
spade.
English football, yeah. And number one, there's fuck all riding on it because we're both shit. And all we're looking for right now is bragging rights after being champions a year ago.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Forget bragging rights. They finished 15th last season. So we should be ashamed to be even battling with them, for the top 4. Yeah. So it's Liverpool Man United, and there's nothing riding on this game. There's no build-up. There's no excitement.
No,
I'm like, raw. Is this what we've become now? We're not even the main course today. It's Aston Villa Spurs. That's the game, you know.
that is the game.
Because it's something to play for. We're out here trying to gain little crumbs of hope from this season by beating United by 2 clear goals to go 3rd. And think, yeah, we're doing well. Awful. And I'm glad that I had no expectations because I watched it quite relaxed and I just dealt with it. Is what it is. What the worst thing about today was the hope in the second half. I would have rather lost the game 3-0. I'm not going to lie. Because
I hear where you're
I had
coming
that
from.
hope to get back into the game and think, oh, okay, we might grab a point, we might even nick a winner, and then realize you're a fool, innit? Just slap yourself one time because it's not going to happen. They've done this too many times.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear what you're saying, bro. And I didn't come into the game with expectations. I said at the top, I didn't have expectations. But when I'm watching it and I'm seeing what I'm seeing, I can't help but be frustrated. Like, we have to play these games regardless. So can we give a good account of ourselves? Can you show me something? Show me
Nope,
a way moving forward?
nope,
And you're not.
nope.
And you're not. And listen, I understand we've had, like, the injuries are ridiculous, yeah? Like, I'm going to talk about Isak. The injuries are ridiculous. I understand that. But there still needs to be a plan. This group of players that went out on that pitch today trained together every day, how many, twice a day probably, yeah? So you can get a message across. And it just seems like the message was just trash. Like I said, why are we going to Old Trafford with a team stroke squad that we've got, trying to control the game, trying to be in charge of the game? It didn't add up to me. I would have much rather I said, you know what? Sod it. We're going to just sit back, see what you got. We're going to hit you on the break with the likes of Robertson. You got Frimpong on the pitch, Gakpo. You know what I'm saying? You got Soboslai. You could do a little something. But instead, we handed them, we said, no, we'll have the ball and you lot can hit. It's just dumb. It's just stupid. It just
So
frustrates me, bro.
do you think then that the plan should have changed when we went 2-0 down so early?
No, you can't do that then, because now you're chasing the game. You can't. If you start that way, then it's hard to chase the game, to change your mentality and chase the game after that. I don't believe you can start the way we started and then sit back because it's 2-0. I don't see the point. You might as well just go out and lose 3-4-0. Like,
I was expecting, to be honest,
yeah.
after the 2 early goals, I was expecting like, okay, 3-0 half time, call it a day. But the hope, man.
Listen,
I'm just
listen, yeah.
tired.
Listen, I'm gonna say some stuff, yeah, and there's gonna be a little bit of controversy, bruv. All this protesting about season ticket prices, yeah. Fuck all that. Forget all that. That's not what you lot need to be protesting about, yeah? And I say you lot because you won't catch me at a protest for season ticket prices, yeah? I think, yeah, like, they tried to rise the ticket prices a little while back, yeah? I can't remember exactly when, yeah? Everybody went mad and they said, all right, cool, we're going to keep it at what we're going to keep it at. Fine. Now they're saying, boom, we're going to raise it. And correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, Sam. It's like £30 by the end of 2027, right? So it's over.
20, bro. That's what
So
it
it's
is.
going to be
25,
gradual over the season,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's not big money. It's not crazy money.
So I'm saying we want to be a big club. We know FSG, money ball type system. They're not putting hands in their pockets. Whatever's generated. The one thing you can guarantee money on is gate receipts, yeah? Gate receipts. So if we want to be a big club, buy big players, we're going to have to put our hands in our pockets as fans. Okay, we know life is hard, cost of living. I hear all that. But in the grand scheme of things, 30 quid. Really? Is that what we're going to put banners up and posters up? What we need to be protesting about is the recruitment from Hughes and Edwards and FSG's, their hand in it, shall I say, yeah? Because obviously they've got Hughes and Edwards to do that side of the business. So I'm going to look more towards Hughes and Edwards. The recruitment, we need explanations. We need answers. We need answers. I need to know, was this always a plan? Did you always think that you were going to struggle this season and you just wanted to muddle through because in the summer you're going to do another mad war chest and you're going to balance the squad? These people need to answer us fans, because we're the ones that have got you in a job. We're the ones that are putting money in your pockets like you're asking for an extra £30. I want answers, because this squad is not good enough. Yeah, forget the manager for a second. This squad is not good enough to compete in the Premier League. We are lucky we are where we are. If it wasn't for all the teams around us being so pony alongside us, where would we be?
Yeah.
So forget all that protesting ticket prices. What's happening on the pitch, yeah, is not good enough. And those boys at the top have got things to answer for. Do you get what I'm saying? Brother, I still ain't finished. I told you, yeah, I told you I got rants. King Mo's leaving. I'm watching his interviews on Sky, on TNT. And he's talking about when we won the league, he's talking about the culture in the changing room and the leadership in the change room and how together the team was. This team ain't together. This team are not together, bro. from what I can see on the pitch, who's galvanizing the team? I don't feel like these men are really fighting for each other, because if they are, what we've been seeing doesn't happen, and I'm scared. Robertson's going, Mo's going. Who's gonna pick up the baton, bro? Who's gonna pick up the baton? Who's gonna knit this team together? You gotta think, yeah, those years under Klopp, that team was tight. Odom, Millie, Hendo, Mane, Salah, Firmino. You know what I'm saying? You had Van Dijk. You know what I'm saying? Like, go back far as Lovren. You know, like, bro, I'm worried. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Do you know what? The thing which was startling for me today was the bench. We've got a bag of injuries, but injuries happen in football. Do you know what I mean?
That bench looked like something that came out of my ball bags, bro.
Well, this is what having a squad is about. You essentially should have two teams that are good enough to compete on a match day, two teams of 11, and a squad to balance that out, and to have youngsters in reserve. For us to have the injuries we've had, it happens. It happens. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Do you know what I mean? But what we were dealing with on the bench today just shows you how short we are, and shows you that they were just putting man on there just to be on the numbers. You know, none of them were going to come on. None of them. We had a striker. We were right. We had a striker on the bench. He was never going to come on. Never going to get any minutes. You know, and I don't know if this was old school Rafa. Yeah, I'd be like, he's sending a message to the board. Yeah, but it's not that. It's not that. And
Needs must.
This is needs must, and the struggle and the imbalance we have, yeah, is why we can't compete. Yeah, not just over the course of a season, but within 90 minutes. Yeah, we competed for maybe, I'd say, about 40 minutes in total of that game. The rest of it we were chasing. Yeah, and then there was other parts of that the United were just dominating us and just cutting through us at will. Yeah, we were the champions last season. You know, we were the champions, and this is what it's become. Yeah, so it's like, let's go beyond the result today. You know, okay, it's another loss, the 11th for the season, 18th in all competition, maybe even 19th. Man's looking to get a big 2-0, you know, for the whole season. But it pales into significance to where we are and where we're going to move forward. I'd like to think that I can look forward to next season with hope and think that there's going to be a massive change. But I believe this summer is the biggest summer we're ever going to have, because realistically, under Slot, unless there's a massive change in man management, in squad distribution, yeah, in players and in recruitment, yeah, we are going to go backwards. We are going to go backwards. There's not going to be another season like this where everybody else around us is crap. Yeah. I said it ages ago. Yeah, well before we even got the confirmation of the 5th place, we will make the Champions League just because everyone else is rubbish. That's all. Not because we deserve it, just because everyone else is poor.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so this summer, whew, mental.
Big summer.
I'm not even looking forward to kit releases and new gear. None of that. None of
I
that.
want to see that. Yeah, I'm not interested.
I want to know, yeah, what's actually going to happen moving forward with this team and this club. Yeah, now that we're losing all this leadership, we're losing all of these goals. Yeah, we're losing all of this desire. Yeah, and all of this experience as well.
Yeah,
One go.
exactly.
This summer is huge.
It's a huge summer. It's a huge summer. Like, from the gate, when that window opens, I want to see activity, bro. I want to hear links after links after links. I don't want it. Yeah, I won't accept anything else, man. But I can't. I'm just echoing what you're saying, bro. You're 110% right. Like, things need to happen, man. Yeah, I'm angry today. I'm angry and frustrated, man, at the situation as a whole. This game for me is the secondary bit. You know what I mean? But
it's true. Like I said, it pales into insignificance.
yeah.
We can talk about the game, and we will talk about the game, but the bigger picture is so much more important than what we've seen today. Do you know what I mean? Because we're just we're going through the motions. Got a couple of games left. Let's just get to the end of the season and hopefully reset. But this reset, this plan needs to be airtight, and it needs to be executed to perfection.
100%. Going to the game quickly. So many times this season, people are screaming for Rio Engamoa to start, yeah, and stuff like that. And I've been saying, no, do you know what? I don't think he should have started that game. Blah 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 blah. And today is just a perfect example for me as to why playing Rio is so risky because he comes on the pitch, yeah, and he switches off in that right back slot for just a few seconds and allows Luke Shaw to get in behind and deliver that cross, which ultimately didn't come to anything. It was the knockdown, and then McAllister tries to do some karate kick away, and then it falls to Mainu. But that inexperience, yeah, that lack of concentration in that second where you allow a ball to be crossed in from your wide areas is why Rio is not ready to start yet in games like that, big games like that, where those moments are gonna count. Your Man United, your Man Cities, your Arsenals. Do you see what I'm saying? Because
Do you
he's
know
still
what,
got
bro?
to
I
learn.
kind of want to counter argue about that and say he probably would have been safer to start it because he would have been switched on from the jump. I think when you're coming on cold as a sub, and the intensity of that level of game as a youngster, it's a little bit more difficult. You saw what happened to Ahmad. You saw the same thing happen to Ahmad. If Rio
Yeah,
started that game, yeah, I feel like number one, he would have grown into the game. Number two, yeah, he would have been attuned to the intensity of it and probably would have made a difference. We would have had an outball as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
don't get me wrong. I don't think he would have been effective because in their shape, he wouldn't have had many one-on-one.
That's why. That's
You know
for
what I
me.
mean?
That's why he doesn't start. That's for me. That's why he
Yeah,
doesn't
but
start. With no striker, that's why he doesn't start. And I
I
hear what
think
you're
he
saying
does.
about him being warmed up, being like coming on and being. I get that, but when you're a sub, I don't think you have the luxury of warming into a game. That's just how it goes. You don't have that luxury. And for me,
I get that, but I don't think Rio can be blamed solely for this
no, no,
incident.
no, 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 no.
I know you're saying that
I'm,
in relation to why he doesn't start, because we've spoken about
yes,
this before in terms of
yeah,
his defensive ability and being switched on is nowhere near the level of Gakpo's. Yeah,
right.
and that's fine. I get that. Yeah, but I feel like if he had started this game above all others with all the injuries we had, at least we would have had a threat up top.
Yeah,
And I
I
don't, I
think
don't believe, I don't believe we would have been any worse off with him starting the game as opposed to him coming on.
I think him coming on at the point he came on was a good point to come on. We were in the ascendancy, yeah. United were a little bit all over, were slightly all over the place. I think he comes on after a free kick that we had, yeah. So the timing he came on for me was okay. I think that's when you want Rio, where the game's starting to get a little bit stretched. It was a bit end to end. Do you know what I'm saying? We know the pace he's got, the trickery he's got. That's great, but I just think, yeah, defensively, that is why I would be cautious about starting Rio. You know what I mean? In these big games, especially because that moment there is what leads to the third goal, which hurts us. Could McAllister do better? Probably, but you got to remember he's like -5'2". You know what I mean? The fact he got his leg up there, you're asking a lot for it to be a decent enough kick to go somewhere. Like, do you see what I'm saying?
I'm not defending McAllister at all today. There's none for that. Sorry,
No,
there's none. He was
I'm just
bad. He got fought for two
yeah,
in the
no,
goal.
I'm not talking about his performance. I'm not talking about I don't want to get involved in talking about individual performances because I think for me, and you can comment on this once I finish, I think that everyone was trash except for me, Gravenberch, Akpo, and I'm on the fence with Curtis Jones. But apart from that, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only people I thought stood out. But anyway, yeah, is what it is, man. Is what it is. But yeah, Rio, yeah, I hope by next season he's got a little bit more coaching him and he understands the defensive side of his game a little bit more. You know what I mean? Another guy who needs to work on his defensive qualities is Frimpong as well, man. Like, seriously, this guy's supposed to be a right back. I see him, yeah, for the free kick. He's holding on to Casemiro. The ball comes in, he just let Casemiro go. Casemiro has a header, bang. It's straight at the goalkeeper, thankfully. I'm like, bro, you're a right back. He goes up for a challenge with Luke Shaw on the edge of United's box. And he's just sort of like, he jumps for the sake of jumping. Like, it's like he's scared to head the ball. I'm confused.
Also, -5'2", though. To be fair, like
How tall is Luke Shaw?
Frimpong
No, but how tall is Luke Shaw?
taller than Frimpong, that's for sure.
Barely,
That's for sure.
barely.
Do you know what? Frimpong, for me, he's probably the most frustrating player that we have. I still don't know what his purpose is. I feel like he's just a body and he's a road runner. but his end product is very, very hit and miss. He goes down a lot for no reason. He
He
seems
played a wicked pass. He played a wicked pass to Verts.
one. Yep, he
Yeah,
did
what?
one. What that was one. That was one. He seems discombobulated. Like I said, like I said to you before, he's giddy, giddy, giddy. He's too much, and he doesn't do anything with any sort of composure. And I, again, really disappointed performance from him, man. I just feel like, what are you? What are you? What are you supposed to give to the team?
Yeah.
If you're going to be a right back, then let's perfect your craft and let's be
Mm.
an attacking right back. Like, because as a right winger, you've got one move. Yeah. Push it past him and cross the ball in to hit no one or to hit somebody. It's very, very hit and miss. Yeah. You
But
can't cut.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that if he actually
He's
does
not,
that. But how many?
he's not got
But
enough
how many?
about him to be a right
Yeah,
winger.
but I know. But I don't mind if his move being push it past him and go. I don't mind that. But how many times did we see that today? There you go. So okay, so defensively it's not for you. Attacking, you're pushing past. We're not even seeing that. And the thing is, I'm a Frimpong fan. Like I think if coached right, he's going to be a very good asset for us. But at the
I don't
moment,
think he's got the brain. I don't think he's got the brain.
well, he's a professional footballer, plays for Liverpool, so he's got some semblance of a
You're
brain.
talking like
You know what I
Professor
mean?
out of where, but you know, I don't think he's got the brain, man. Listen, we're gifted 2 goals. Yeah. Gifted one, let's say. And you know, Szoboszlai has done well for his goal. And we've still managed to throw a game away again. And I'm just like, we know it's not going to change. And it might even happen in the remaining games. It might go for us, it might go against us. But I just wonder if Slot's banging his head against a brick wall as much as we are. Because whatever instructions he's given are not being carried out. Whatever plan he thinks he's given them isn't being followed through. And the only consistent thing I can see throughout the whole season is we start games badly and are always having to chase.
Yeah.
And it's like you're onto a losing trend if you're going to be doing
Yeah.
that.
You're on the
Because
back
every
from
other
the
team you play is going to be capable,
Mm.
of beating you if you give them a couple goal head start. You know, it's poor, man. It's poor. And I'm bored.
Listen. There's just 2 things I want to say. Number 1, Isak's looking like the worst signing ever. Yeah, I don't know how the injuries are just crazy, and I know the quality he has, but you're only as good as your availability, and his availability is shocking. Yeah, I don't even want to go into that. Yeah, again, that goes back to Hughes and Edwards. Isak terrible. Secondly, did the Slot get credit for the second half revival, or was that just United just being so bad?
It was United being so bad. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
the end.
When it got to 2-2, we exhibited a little bit of control and we looked like we would then had the belief. But let's face it, it's a cross-field pass and Szoboszlai had to carry the ball pretty much the half the length of the pitch. And
There was
credit
nothing
to him,
in front of him.
credit to him, great finish
Yeah.
because he had no other choice. He's put it through the defender's leg and scored in the corner. Wicked finish. And as for the second goal, again, that's a gift. So I didn't see any sort of turning fortunes when we came out. We were pressing them. In fact, when we came out, we gave her a corner straight away from a crazy header from Van Dijk. We didn't look like we came out with any impetus or any sort of real intention to go at the game or try and get something from it. So no, this is not on Slot. He doesn't get no credit because we've got no points. He's not getting no credit. What are we doing? What are we doing? No, it doesn't. You know, I'm just grateful, my bro, that, you know, there's 3 more games and we can call it a day. And do you know what I mean? We can talk about things in a more positive light because there's hope without having to actually watch games, which just derail the hope throughout minute by minute. You know, I'm done with all of that now.
Anyway, people, like I said, man, road to 500, man. You see it, you see the thing. Come on, man. Like, share, subscribe, follow us on the socials, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, from a very frustrated Slim and
Totally accepted place of peace.
Sam. Hey, until the next time, man. We out.
Peace.